this is Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. You know, this is the sinful kingdom. That's why they don't teach you right and wrong in this place. They push nothing but wickedness on you people, man. You know, you got to, and they tell you that the scriptures is false. In these different passages, they tell you that the law is done away with, because they want all that wickedness to be opened up to you, man. They want you to be able to fall in all these different things that's out here, man. You know, like the whole transgender thing. I mean, there's a lot. The transgender movement is booming, man. You go like you know, Esau have it to where you go to the bar and you surrounded by trannies, man. You know, you think you might be talking to a woman, you're talking to a dude. You might have a few beers and a couple shots in you. You know, your mind ain't right. You can't even tell, because their surgeries are so good these days. They take out the Adam's apple. They can change their voice. They can totally rearrange their body parts and make them really look like a woman. Not to mention the makeup. You know how to use makeup. You can make yourself look like any fucking thing you want, man.
Yeah, that's what happened to some dude at the bar that me and his brother used to work at. You know, me and this other Jake was like, look at this guy, he's like, this is crazy. I turned, I looked, and it took me a second, when you see it, like, I'm talking a second, like I had to look at him. That's the dude. You know, it's easy to see, but this guy was belligerent, he was so drunk. He was over there, he was like, damn, I was about to go home with that thing.
Damn.
He
That's
was
a beautiful
tripping.
thing. Yeah, I'll be tripping too. You know, that's why it tells you in the scriptures to be circumspect. You know, be careful what you do, because there's just all kinds of nonsense out here, man. You could be drinking with somebody you don't even know. This fool's a goddamn gangster, a drug dealer, or something. Get you shot up. You know, you might give somebody a ride. You might think you're helping Jake out. Next thing you know, you're getting blasted, or the cops are arresting you. Well, you got something? Go ahead.
There's Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
That's what Esau does, man. And that's what 2/3 of Jacob does. Calls evil good and good. Let's say that the Bible is wicked. Oh, you know what? I seen Apostle Gafar did a video, and he was talking about because Captain Tazariak was going into how some guy that was like over 30 dealing with a 17-year-old girl, basically saying that dude was a child molester, and he was calling the apostles a child molester. I want to know. My question is to the Israelites to think like that. My question is, what happens from the age of 17 to 18? What profound fucking change happens in a woman's brain from 17 to 18 that makes it not okay to have sex with a 17-year-old, but okay to have sex with an 18-year-old? Explain that to me. I'm not condoning that you do things like that, because in this wicked ass world you get destroyed for it. But at the same time, you tell me what profound change happens in a woman's biology that makes it to where somehow she's just ready at 18, but she ain't ready at 17.
Well, you just see someone on the street, how would you know right away after taking her out? She's not 15 or 16.
You got those girls, you got women that go into the bars. You know, at young age, fake IDs and stuff like that. What you gonna do? You end up taking one of them home. That's the thing. That's what you call the apostle child molester, just for teaching you. Hey, that's the old customs, man. That's the old ways. Now, you say, oh, would you give your daughter? No. And the reason why is because this present world is wicked. I don't want my daughter dealing with no. I wouldn't want my daughter dealing with no bathroom. You know what I mean? But that's just because the times we're in. If we was in the ancient world when people had houses and the houses had names for themselves, you say this guy was from the stock of this last name and this is a goodly house, then yeah, you could arrange a marriage with your young daughter, if that's something that you wanted to do. And things like that would like say you had a family business, right? Let's say your house, you had a lot of cattle, a lot of land, and then your neighbor or whatever had a lot of cattle, a lot of land. A lot of times you would arrange a marriage and connect those houses, and you would expand that business that way, And so that's the way, that's the old ways of thinking. You can't do that here because, it's just nonsense here. There is no foundation in this church. There is no family foundation in this place. It's just a bunch of wild dudes, wild women just running around doing whatever they want to do. It's a wicked and evil time. But when you go into the scriptures, you're going way the hell off for telling somebody that they're wrong for doing it in this day and age. If a 35-year-old is dealing with a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, that's definitely not recommended. But at the same time, if you're rebuking them according to the scriptures, you a fucking idiot, man. You gotta be dumb as a box of rocks. All right, it's not expedient, and we teach that it's not expedient. But for you to say that that the Lord's not okay with something like that, you know what I mean? As far as like the scriptures go, you're tripping, man. You fucking way tripping. And you ain't got the spirit of the Lord. You can call us child molesters all you fucking want to, all right? But Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not dealing with you. If that's your way, that's your mentality.
I seen that video where King David, when he was old in bed, he brought him like that.
Yeah, they brought him the young woman. How old do you think that woman was? The young virgin. How old do you think Mary was? Fucking stupid.
Yeah, it said Mary was a virgin, and when you look it up, the word there is a young woman of marriageable age.
Of marriageable age. When does somebody become marriageable? Huh? Ask yourself that question. When is a man and a woman able to have children? At what time specifically? Hey, didn't the Lord make the reproductive system? So when it activates, what is that? Yahweh Shem Yahushua made a mistake? Oh, I didn't mean to activate. Whoops. Now you got dudes popping her saying, oh man, they're going off. Nah, man, you tripping, bro. Now in this wicked ass society, because of all the pollutants and toxins, you have women that do activate at extremely young ages and things like that. You know, but it's we're in a totally different time now. Where you going, apples and oranges. You're talking about the scriptures and you're talking about present time. You're talking about 17 versus 8 or 9 years old. There's a big difference in those ages, man. People are tripping. What did you hear?
Isaiah 5:20.
Oh yeah, go and that's a perfect example of that too. Woe to them that you call the scriptures evil, because in the ancient world, hey, Jake was dealing with young women. So you calling your forefathers evil? You stupid ass. Go ahead.
Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
Yeah, woe unto them that are you're wise in your own eyes. You mixing wine, bro. You thinking of doctrines from the late 1900s and mixing it with doctrines that's going back thousands of years ago, man. You tripping, bro. You over here calling your brothers child molesters and shit. And all the apostles are doing is preaching the scriptures, telling you what was going on in the ancient times, bro. And that's it. I mean, the only thing you could really rebuke somebody for dealing with an underage woman for in these times is that Esau lock your ass up for it. You going off on that aspect, and you're gonna have people talking all types of shit about you. But you going into the scriptures, if you trying to place it in the scriptures in that aspect, like it's not okay according to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're wrong, bro. You're totally wrong. You wise in your own conceits. You're wise in your own mind. Really, you just don't want any followers to leave you. Is what it really is, man. You just don't want nobody to look at you in some type of bad light.
And prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
Hey, and that's what a lot of people do, man. That's why you see so many times certain things happen, and all it takes is for you to be from a certain race, so to speak, or to have a certain amount of money, and you get off scot-free, man. You might do some type of wickedness. You might, you have, like, look at the cops. You know, look how many times the cops have gotten away from murder. Just straight up murder, killing people, man. In cold blood. And just totally got off on it. On paid leave, man. Taking a vacation. Still getting paid, bro. After smoking people, man. You know, that's that scripture right there. Alright, people are called evil good and good evil, man. What are those people? This whole wicked ass society, man. That's the thing, is that Esau got everybody confused here, bro. Babel means confusion. And you even got Jacob, so-called preaching the truth. Totally confused, man. Totally confused. Confusing right from wrong. Confusing judgment.
There's a lot of guys that do that, man. Especially those that go around and try to merge all these different books and different philosophies with the actual truth, man. So you got your mind so warped that you believe that spiritual power is gonna come from gamma radiation, man. You know? And it's like, that's the most I setting you up for that deception, man. Because the truth is easy, it's plain, man. But when you start trying to go too deep, bound to Drizan. You know? And that's what it's wrong with you guys.
Be one deep, not two deep, man. And you got these, like these dudes that want to mingle all the camps together. Want to get all the camps together. You know how much strife that would be? Man, if Great Millstone went to one of them Israelite gatherings, it would be a war, man. It would be a straight up war. You got a bunch of people pleasers with a bunch of straight hard truth tellers. That's why people don't like Great Millstone, is because Great Millstone will throw, you know, we play hardball, man. We don't play softball.
Good cop, bad cop.
Ain't no good cop, bad cop, bro. It's just, you get the straight shot, man. You ain't getting no chaser with it. It is what it is. You don't like it, man. You know, peddle your wares somewhere else. Yeah. More? Go ahead.
Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, you thinking incorrectly, man. You basically, hey, like when you go into the scriptures, you look at when Judah dealt with the woman he thought was a prostitute. And you saying that you going, a brother might deal with a prostitute, that brother's wicked, he's going off. You calling your forefathers wicked, bro, and you don't even realize it's a game, just because you want people to think good about you, so to speak. All right, the scriptures are totally different from the Western ideology, the Western way of thinking, and that's why teaching the scriptures defames you. All right, be like, hey, you believe in that? You think that's right? Yes, I think that that's right. I think that this whole, like, what do you think is right? You think trannies are right? You think homosexuality is right? There's certain states in America where you can actually marry an animal. You think that's right? You think that's okay? Yeah, us teaching the scriptures, we're wrong. You're fucking out of you people are out of your minds, bro. That's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is gonna destroy you people, bro. A lot of you people, your heads are so far up your asses, you can't see the destruction coming, man. You don't even see your own fault. As the scriptures tell you to take the beam out of your eye, and then you can remove the mote out of your brother's eye, man.
I was going to say, these people are so backers. I think I read that they're trying to pass laws to protect child molesters and shit.
See?
You know? Not saying that, I know we were talking about that, but just see the hypocrisy of these people, man. You know, you want to get homosexuals to have rights, you want child molesters to have rights, this, that, and the third, because it's going into that Luciferian new age, do as thou wilt, man. So of course you're gonna have to grant immunity to all these different groups, and then make it a crime to speak against them. Which you have to ban the scriptures. Because everything they do is contrary.
This is the Bible is a hate book. I would just hate it. mean, this place is so mixed up. You know, it's hard. That's why the scriptures will be your guide. That's why we stick. That's why we stick to the scriptures so hard, man. Is because if you don't, you're bound to get confused. You're bound to get trapped up in your mind somehow, man. You slip up, and you think that the doctrine is a light thing. Like, you just change bits and pieces here and there, and nobody will notice. But you're wrong. Yahweh Shem outside knows what your mentality is, man. You know, and if your mentality is some you know, you got scriptural ways of thinking mixed with Western ways of thinking. You're way off, man. You're not just a little off, you're way off. You know, Jake needs to just stick to the scriptures, bro, and stop messing around. That's not what's gonna get, you know, being likable to the world is not what's gonna get you saved. It tells you in the scriptures that the world is enmity to Yahweh Shem. Alright? You might think that you're in a high position. Oh, I got a high ranking office in Israel, and I got all these people under me that listen to what I gotta say. You know? Hey, I would rather be where I'm at, you know, and do lessons and get like 3 or 4 views than to be where you're at and be saying things that's wrong and getting thousands of views. I'll be in my place any day of the week.
So, going back, this is 2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 23, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. And therefore, Ezra, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things.
Hey, so you gotta teach the scriptures in fullness. Alright? That's the spirit of Yahweh Shem outside, is to teach the scriptures in fullness, man. That's why it says to rebuke, reprove, and exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Alright? Doctrine is a key word in there. Alright? If you're lacking in the doctrine, then that's comparable, alright, to being impudent in heart, man. Alright, why? Because your mind is not right. You ain't thinking correctly. Alright, you may know that you're an Israelite, you know certain things in the scriptures, but if you're going off, if you offend at any point, you offend at all points. Alright, and the doctrine is the main thing. That's the main focus. You know, you want to be pointing out, oh, look at this and look at that, but you're teaching things that ain't right. That's the worst thing you can do, is to teach things. Now, because you furthering that confusion.
It says, behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen, that now is withdrawn from the earth. And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders.
Yeah. And the only way you're going to be delivered is going through the straight gate. If you're afraid, of certain things in the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? You're afraid of the way that you're going to be looked at for certain things that's in the scriptures. You're not going through the straight gate, man. You're just not. Alright? Being called a child molester, hey, that's part of being a prophet, bro. It tells you that people are going to speak all manner of evil against you. If you're afraid of that, you're afraid of being a prophet, man. It tells you in the scriptures not to despise Yahweh Shai, but to be partakers in the sufferings of Hamashiach. Alright? You think 2,000 years ago, if the Lord seen a man married to a young woman, that he was going to rebuke the shit out of him? You out of your mind, man. Now, of course, like I said, you know, like I've been saying, you know, you see somebody dealing with an underage woman, say that that's not right, doing it. But you can't call him a child molester. That's retarded to call somebody a child molester for that. It's stupid, man. That's what Esau does. Esau will molest a 6-year-old and turn around and call you a child molester if you're dealing with a 17-year-old, man. You being like an Edomite, man. Go ahead.
This is St. Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
Hey, it said, blessed are you. Blessed are you. All right? You want to call the apostle child? Where is any of the molested children that the apostles ever dealt with? Where are they at? You show. I want to, show me. Where are all these molested children? The great millstone is just going around and messing with you. You guys are tripping, bro. And it tells you not to be afraid of this. You're not supposed to be afraid of this, man. You're supposed to be called. Oh, hey, you think when Esau demonizes you that you're gonna keep all those followers that you got right now? Hell no, man. You're gonna be right in the same boat with us. And you're gonna, but you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna deny Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's what you're gonna do, bro. You might as well should have never came into the truth, man. You might as well should have never started preaching the word, bro. You're afraid of the doctrine. Well, guess what? You're gonna be wrapped up in it. You're gonna be wrapped up right in it. Because every so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American with a beard is gonna be a terrorist, a murderer, a child molester, all type of shit, man. Your funky ass is gonna be right in there with it too.
It says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted the prophets which were before you.
Yep. And that's how you know Great Millstone is doing the right thing. Because you got all these people talking all type of shit. Calling the apostle child molesters and things like that. That's how you know that they're teaching the right doctrine. Because in the scriptures it tells you, if you're teaching the right doctrine, all hell's going to break loose on you, man. People ain't gonna look at you like you some child of light. You are the light, but the darkness comprehends it not. That's heavy, man. The darkness can't comprehend the light. You jakes, man. You jakes, bro. Go ahead.
There's Proverbs 30 and 5.
And I bet you the majority of jakes sees me scoffing all day long. Oh, hey, this heathen, this Edomite. Hey, man. You keep on perverting the doctrine. You keep going off and see where it's going to get you. Go ahead.
Well, at the end of the day, you might be saved though.
That's
so
the
how
point.
stupid is that going to make you look?
That's going to look, that would look dumb as hell. That would make you look dumb as all hell, man. But not just me though. Any brother that looks like me, preaching the scriptures as an Israelite. All right. I may not be a part of the elect, but the next brother might have straight up blonde hair. Blue eyes. Look even whiter than I do. Get saved. Get turned into get transformed, get beamed up into a chariot, man. While your scoffing ass is sitting here getting ready to fucking burn away. Just because you wanted to be an ignorant asshole. Jake tripping, bro. Go ahead.
There's Proverbs 30 and 5. Every word of the Most High is pure.
Every word of Yahweh Shai is pure, man. Alright? It's in the scriptures, it tells you, it validates the scriptures. It's like the Lord saying, my words are pure, man. You know? So you thinking that anything in the scriptures is impure, then you think you find fault with the Most High. Go ahead.
He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him.
Yeah, you gotta put your trust in this word, bro. You can't be afraid of it. Alright, you gotta take hold onto life, man. You can't be afraid of the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, alright? No matter what happens, you gotta realize that if you're doing the right thing, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is with you. Alright, the Lord is actually with you. Alright? It don't matter what these people think, man. At the end of the day, it's all about what the Lord thinks. Alright? Because everything is based upon the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And if everything is based upon the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, what the fuck does it matter what any of these people think? Or any of you Israelites out there, you know, that think you just so you just so far above in everybody else, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar.
Yep, you're gonna be found a liar, man. Go ahead.
2 things have I required of thee, deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Yeah, remove far from me vanity and lies. I don't want to hear this nonsense, man. You know? You got Jake's on comment boards talking about half breed. You're a half breed. You a mamzer. Shut the fuck up, man. Nigga, get that shit out of here, bro. And really, I wouldn't go back and forth with these guys. They ain't gonna understand. They're gone. They're totally gone. Ain't no point. Go ahead.
Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai?
Yeah, you start being over righteous. You start thinking you're God Himself, man. You know, you don't want to win $100 million, man. Then you start getting caught up in $100 million things, man. You know. Next thing you know, the whole world loves you. Everybody's trying to get up after you because you got money. Neither poverty. Otherwise you start thinking the Lord ain't with you. Like, damn, I'm just going to pure hell. All right, go ahead.
Or lest I be poor and steal, and take the name of my power in vain. Accuse not a servant unto his master, lest he curse thee, and thou be found guilty. There is a generation that curseth their father, and doth not bless their mother. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Hey, that's this world, man. Everybody that just think that they're doing the right thing. Hey, you know what I mean? You got your own destiny. Everybody got their own truth. We live in a world where everybody got their own truth. Hey, what's your truth? What's your truth? I don't want to know what your truth is. I want to know what the truth is, man. What's the truth? That's what I want to know. Alright? I don't want to fucking know your truth. Well, I think what I should do is, well, you know, that's good for you. Have a nice day. Right? As for me and these brothers, we're going to be serving the power and preaching the truth, man. Alright? You got something?
This is Galatians chapter 4, verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
That's what happens. All right, you become the enemy for telling the truth. All right, you say we live in a wicked world. The world becomes your enemy. You say that America's going to be destroyed. You become the enemy of America. You know, you say the so-called white man is the devil. Hey, you become the enemy of the ruling class.
Say that niggas is free. Niggas want to kill you.
Yeah.
You always talk about niggas and black women and this, that, and the third.
I mean, shit, what's the old saying?
If the boot fits.
That too, but the only dog that barks is the one that got hit by the stone. You know? See, what we say don't apply to you if you don't apply to you. You know?
Yeah. I mean, if you, that's what it is. It's like, if you're getting cut in the spirit, it's because you ain't right, man. You got to fix it. And we ain't telling you that you can't fix it. We ain't just up here telling you that you just condemned and that's just it for you. We're telling you that there is a path to life, man. You know, you want to hate us and all this other stuff, but it's like, man, if you if you really wanted to live, you would correct the issues. And that's what it's about. It's about repentance. You know, you got Jakes that want to just condemn people and just that's it for you. You know what I mean? Don't even want to give you no hope for repentance. That's nonsense, man. And that's the man that owes 10,000 talents. The next thing you know, he finds his brother that owes him a little bit of money, starts whipping his ass and beating him down. We're all in this together, man. You know, Jake, hey, Israel, we are all in Babylon, bro. We are all in captivity right now. All right, but you got Jake that just man. That's why back in the old times, you wanted to just grab people by the neck because it was just like, what's wrong with you, man? What the hell is wrong with you? here it is, we're all suffering, and you want to keep talking all this shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like we're out here preaching about faith and mercy and hope. You got Jake that's totally through living in the project with cockroaches and selling drugs want to belittle us. And we're trying to tell you, you know what I mean? We're trying to give you the truth. It's like, goddamn, man, is your situation really, you love it so much that you want to call us evil for telling you that the way that you're living, it's not right? That there's a better way? There's a better mentality? You know, there's a better answer? Go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the divided asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow.
Yeah, that's why you might hear something, you know, and it cuts you. You feel it in your soul, man. It shocks you. You could be walking and you can hear it. You know, you might have had a happy countenance and your whole countenance.
Sticks and stones bullshit is bullshit, man. Sticks and stones will break my bone, no words will never
Nah, man. These words are sharper than any two-edged sword, man. These words will hurt you. But the thing about it is, if you're an Israelite, you know, it's not to destroy you, because Yahweh Shai said, I came not to condemn the world, but that the world through me might be saved. So when you get cut like that, it's supposed to show you where your wound is. It's supposed to, like if you get cut in real life, the reason why you feel pain in a specific area is to tell you, like, damn, I got damage right here. I need to fix this. It's the same thing with the scriptures, because if you get cut with the scriptures, it's a specific word. It's something that cuts you within that sentence. So it tells you automatically, boom, oh shit, you know, that's where I messed up. Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and 5. It says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is in you, except you be reprobate.
Yeah, you gotta prove your own self. Okay? You gotta prove your own self, meaning that, you know, when you examine yourself, when you analyze yourself and you feel wrong about certain things, you gotta fix those things. You gotta prove yourself. You gotta sharpen the sword, man. You gotta fix it.
Yeah, that's why I brought it out, because when you get cut with the scriptures, because it does say that it's sharper than any two-edged sword. Sometimes you training with the sword, you playing around with the sword, you cut yourself. Okay, you cut yourself, or you'll cut somebody around you. And that's for you to examine yourself, for them to examine themselves. You know what I mean? Because like the brother said, if you get hurt, your body sends signals to your brain that you were hurt in a particular spot. So when a scripture is pulled and it offends you, cuts you, that's because whatever is being condemned is that particular verse, that scripture. It's there to cut you so you can correct it, so you can examine yourself. Okay, none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. You're a fool if you call yourself perfect. Okay? You're wicked. You're wicked. And every day you hear a scripture, it's going to cut you. Whether you're right or wrong, whether you're doing good or bad. It's just going to make you examine yourself. Okay?
Yeah, you could be cut by the scriptures, not even did nothing wrong. You could read a scripture and just be like, ooh, you know, they shake you up just because it's like damn, I don't want that to happen.
It causes you to examine yourself, so that Lord willing, it does not happen. Because here it is, we talk about taking trouble and everything's about to come. If you ain't cut by that, if you don't feel some type of way, if you don't have thoughts going through your mind, okay, then something's wrong with you. I'm not saying you're not scared. Okay, but you examine the situation, you examine it. You examine yourself, you examine the situation. Okay, because Jacob's trouble is going to come. Alright? in the situation, you pray to Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. Unless you're one of the guys that just got it. Unless you just got it. You ain't gotta pray, you ain't gotta just concentrate into the kingdom. You're one of the special Israelites. You had a dream, you're already part of the elect. But go on.
Like them dudes out there in the UK, the ones who recently got God on. You know, the way that they be preaching is as if they're the elect, directly from the elect. You know, and that's you got to know that you're off, and you got people all over the world doing the same thing, and you trying to condemn everybody all over the world that gets this preaching. It's just you. You know, it makes no sense, man. You got to be told. That's a strong delusion, bro. To think that somebody that's been laboring in the faith for 30 years, you just over them somehow out of nowhere. That's a strong delusion.
Going up tomorrow.
Yeah. Get them questions of the day. Man, that's fucked up. How you gonna? That's like that's like being a star boxer. That's like if Mike Tyson were to punch out his trainer. You know what I mean? Oh, that's motherfucker. That.
Yeah, but niggas will call Jay-Z or celebrities.
Yeah.
They get to go to Kobe Bryant and say, he a whole nigga. Yeah, but you know. Half the time, a lot of the niggas will defend these wicked ass celebrity jakes. You know what I mean?
This is Psalm 119 and 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. Oh, let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies as much as in all riches. I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word.
Right? So when the scriptures touch you, that's supposed to cause you to meditate. That's supposed to cause you to think upon things, man. Because it says taking heed to the word is how you're gonna cleanse your way. That's how you're gonna heal. You know, you get cut. The way that you heal, you know, I say if you get a deep cut on your arm and you just leave it like that, it could get infected. All right, you could get sick and you could die from it, man. You know, you get septic. You might get some kind of parasite in it. All types of shit can happen to you, man, if you leave a wound undressed. But the reason why you feel that cut is so that you can tend to it. But you just let it rot. You know, and fester, it could destroy you. You can actually die from a cut, man. If you just let it bleed and you just let it just be. You know, you get infected and get gangrene. Next thing you know, you gotta amputate your whole fucking arm off. That's why right now we're rehearsing the righteous acts. Get Judges 5 and 11. That's a great scripture, you know. Judges 5 and 11 tells you that we're here rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay? So that's the thing that we're doing is we're trying to get it together now so that Yahweh Shai have mercy on us, man. All right, we're trying to cleanse our ways, like Yahweh Shai told the Pharisees, man. Because what would the Pharisees do? The Pharisees, Yahweh Shai said, look, the Pharisees they love to wear the nicest clothing. They love to get all the praises from the people. They love to sit in the highest seats. You know, they love to be called, you know, the holiest, you know, the holiest people of the land and all that nonsense. But inside is full of dead men's bones, is what Yahweh Shai said. And the Lord also said, if you want to clean the cup, first clean the inside of the cup, then clean the outside of the cup. You know, you want to, you know, that's the thing about, you know, in the Lord gives examples all the times about the ways of this world, man. You see certain camps, you see people that portray themselves outwardly as extremely clean, man. You know, you have different people in the church that wear really nice shoes. They be wearing Gucci and Armani and different things like that. Yeah, they'll have nice suits, you know, $1,000 suits, bro, and just look clean as all hell, but inwardly, it's just full of mischief.